Guess what? They have groups and people have done that, and it's so much fun to watch. It's just something that sings to my soul. And that's the point. When something sings to your soul, pay attention to it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hi. So we're trying something a little different today. I've got some Nudges from Your Spirit card deck by Melissa Corder. Very nice. That's what they look like right there. And I'm going to pick a card, and then we're going to read it, and then the team is going to come in, and we're going to discuss the message that is for you today. I did this the other day. They said something about on the internet. Oh, yes, I want to say to you all, we have a special guest in the audience today. It is my father. I haven't talked to him for quite a while. We don't always see eye to eye, but he showed up today. He's checked the lights, he's checked the camera, he's all fascinated by it. He was a writer, producer, and director back in the day. And so he is, just before we got on, we had to set up the lights and get it all right for him because he's very picky about that sort of thing. He's not going to say anything. Now, mind you, my father passed in 1968, and I was Daddy's little girl. Yes, you heard that right. He passed. He's dead. I talked to my father. I talked to other people's loved ones that have passed. I talked to ghosts. I talked to spirit. I talked to angels. I talked to ascended masters. I talked to aliens. Yeah, I talked to a lot of beings that most people can't see, which is one of the reasons why I'm here. This is the Angelic Path. My name is Blake Cahoon, and I deliver divine messages. A lot of law of attraction stuff, a lot of cause and effect, responsibility, law of action. The team is here for you, giving you the messages that we need in our chaotic world today. We've been doing the YouTube thing for a while, and I'm hoping you enjoy it. We're slowly growing our audience. And again, these are Nudges from Your Spirit. I'm knocking on the cards because how I was trained with cards was you knock them on them 3 times and that clears the deck from that energy from the last time. You'll have to pardon me. One of the reasons why you've been seeing a lot of shorts from me is that I got COVID. And I'm still dealing with some of the snuffly stuff. So, and I was going to have an operation for all of this, but that got put off because of COVID. Now, it's not as bad. It's really not as bad. And I got, all the shots back in the day. I haven't gotten anything recently, but I did get a flu shot. You all decide how you want to play that one out. So, I think that's an individual preference. So many other things these days. Okay. And team. So anyway, my father's here. He says hi, and he's doing his best not to say too much about me talking to a camera. That is a smartphone. Okay, they're saying this one. Okay. Listen to your body. I don't know if that's going to come up, but it says listen to your body. Yeah. I just talked about COVID. And it says listen to your body. So COVID is going around. Flu is going around. Colds are going around. Apparently measles are going around. And I have learned recently that as I'm getting older, that I really should have listened to my body just a little bit more when I was younger. And so now I'm fighting the ravages of age, etc., etc. I am listening to my body that says, okay, you need an afternoon nap. And because I'm semi-retired, I can do that. If I need to slow it down or speed it up or exercise or change my nutrition, yeah, I can do all of that, and I am listening. So, yay me. I feel like I'm fairly healthy, catching COVID aside, because it's like a cold. It's just everybody's got it right now. So, listen to your body. Most of my audience members are 35 and above. I wish I listened to my body, although I think we have an abundance in America of listening to the body. But in America, we have a lot of processed foods, and we have a lot of chemicals, and we don't have a tendency to teach our young how to cook anymore. It's a lot different than when I grew up. Now, mind you, should I have learned to cook more? God knows my mother tried. And I've been given enough cookbooks. I don't like cooking. It just isn't in my purview. And I listen to my mind and my spirit too, because why should I do something? And why should you do something that you don't want to do? And that's part of our spiritual journey. We're trying to find out what we want versus what we don't want. And now we have to adult, because we are adults. If we're going to do what we need to do with our lives and what we want to do with our lives, first we have to get kind of clear on that. We do have to listen to our body, but we also have to listen to our mind and our spirit and become more self-aware of where we are, where we want to be. One of the things that people always ask me is, but I don't know my life purpose. And the team just always smiles at that. They're always like, what is it that you want to do? What is that you're attracted to do? What is it that you're drawn to do? That's your life purpose. And so for me, it was writing. When I was young, I was writing. I was writing at the age of 8 about my adventures with my dolls. I have these wonderful ceramic owls. I love owls, probably because of these ceramic owls. And I've been gifted to them by my parents. And yes, I talk to my mother on occasion too. Yes, she's dead too. They're both dead. Hello. He's just like, go on. I don't talk to him much. But I have these ceramic owls, and I love owls, probably because of the ceramic owls. Owls, not aisles, owls. And I made up a story. And one of the last things that my father and I got to do when I was young was take this little doll that I had, and I named her Susie. And we took pictures of the ceramic owls with Susie, and I had put together a little story with Susie and the owl family. And that was one of the last projects I had done with my father. He took the pictures. Mind you, when he passed, we got some of the photos back, but not a lot. I don't never know what happened to that. And he died in 1968. Shortly after that, that project was completed, and I did write the book. I no longer have it. It got lost in a move somewhere. But I do have some of the pictures, and I still have the doll, and I still have the owls. And that was one of the things that my dad did with me, is that we used to do things together that way. I have a wonderful coffee table that he made In fact, I have 2 coffee tables that he made. He made both of these, and I'm looking at them. And one he put in front of a couch, which I've given to my niece, and the other is sitting over there. And one of the reasons I wanted that back so badly is, again, it was something that my father and I had. We have gnats. We're in Louisiana. We have gnats. My father and I worked on together. I mean, I was a child when I did it, and he did all the work, but, I got to watch him. I got to sand a little bit. He was trying to teach me how to woodwork, and he really enjoyed woodworking. Try saying that. It's not easy. And so these are the things that I've kept in my home and treasured. And I've recently started looking at, I collect Barbies. And I've recently started looking at all of the vintage Barbies that are on our Facebook group. And I joined the Facebook group. And I always thought to myself, I would love if I could set up my Barbie dolls and dress them and then have them rotate and then film them. This is back in the days of 8mm. And I did try. There was no place to post them. It was just for me. Guess what? They have groups and people have done that. And it's so much fun to watch. It's just something that sings to my soul. And that's the point. When something sings to your soul, pay attention to it. And I know so many people who aren't listening to that soul. And they're all like, but I know there's something there, but I don't know what. Start with something that sings to your soul. My father enjoyed writing. He enjoyed filming. He enjoyed motion pictures. Both my Uncle Dick and my father were in the motion picture business. You can see my Uncle Dick, Richard H. Cahoon, name on the old Perry Mason credits now and then as a film editor. Yes, that is my Uncle Dick, and he worked on Medical Center with Chad Everett, won a couple Emmys for the editing on that. My sister has those Emmys. They don't last, but they don't look good anymore. Nobody kept those up. So do what sings to your soul. Listen to your body, but listen to your soul and your mind, and write down what you really, really want and what you really, really don't want. Because by looking at what you don't want, you can figure out what you do want. And there is no right or wrong. And this is coming from the team. There is no right or wrong. And you've got time to play and experiment. You might know right out of the gate, oh, I want to be an artist. I want to be a writer. I want to have a company of my own, and it should be doing this. Whether it's creating socks or a cleaning service or a trucking service. I mean, there are people out there, and you may be one of them, who enjoy all that stuff. You might want to be a chef or a cook or own a restaurant. Nobody said these things were going to be easy, but you've got to do what sings to your soul and value that. Value, and this is another thing that I'm coming across, but value your worth. Value your worth. And that's a whole nother subject. So I'm going to leave it there. And I hope you got something out of this. It's always a pleasure coming to you with the team. I'm enjoying my company of my father. And I hope for you and yours, you have, and it's right now it's May, in middle of May, and I hope you have a great May, rest of May. I did want to tell you that we have a live channeling event. We have monthly live channeling events with a private audience, you, and the team. It is free. It is available on Zoom. You need to go sign up at least on our newsletter, which is on our website. You'll see it below there, www.theangelicpath. And join us. Join us. Come join us. It's free. Yes, donations are very much appreciated. I will give you a sign in the middle of that presentation with a Venmo or a website QR code. And it makes it very easy to donate and give us some donations. It does help. Pressing the like button also helps on these videos. So, look, I've talked and I'm starting to ramble. So I'm going to go spend some time with my dad. Look, I will see you later. Many blessings.